Let's talk how to protect yourself against trading ego. And I want to just go through a day trading tip, although I suppose this could be for swing traders, investors too. But definitely within the world of day trading, this is a concept that you need to be aware of. And maybe it doesn't necessarily pertain to you, but it's something to at least be on guard against and aware of so that you can kind of, if you will, psychoanalyze yourself and make sure that you're not potentially falling into this pitfall, which I do struggle with. So I guess I'm kind of sharing this struggle with you, and I want you to be aware of it because it can be very sneaky, and it can all of a sudden jump out and cause you a whole lot of pain. And I've been trading since 2006. Channel's been around since 2013, and I say that just because I have a lot of experience with this ego thing. So I want to just go through, how it can arise, and then what I found to be the case. It is just very helpful in terms of protecting yourself against it. Before I get to all this stuff though, I would appreciate it if you want to support the channel, or if you just like the t-shirt here, then claytrader.com/gear. Go there, or there's a link down in the description box if you're interested in purchasing some merchandise from us. Would really appreciate it. But a lot of you have asked, so there you go. You link down in the description box below. So let's get to this, and let me set up a little context here. And first off, another thing down in the description box, I made a trade, and in this trade, I made $2,500. So if you want to go and check that out, like I said, I'll put a link down in the description box and you can go watch, because for those of you that are maybe new to the channel, there's another playlist where I every now and then record myself trading live, and I happen to catch that one live. So you can go and watch that video there, and you can see exactly how that played out. But for the sake of this video, just understand the context, made $2,500 in one trade in 15 minutes. So this is what I want you to be aware of. Again, maybe this isn't how your mind works, but this is how my mind works. And I've seen lots of other people where their mind works like this too, which doesn't guarantee that it's how your mind works, but like I said, it's at least worth considering. And what we have here down along this edge is trade success. In other words, the further that way you go, that just implies the more success you have. Now, this success can come in many forms. Maybe it comes in the form of a winning streak. You're just winning day after day after day. Maybe in this situation, it comes after a boom. Wow, that was a good size trade, well above average. For me, $2,500, 15 minutes, that's what I would consider a good solid trade. So like I said, success can come in many different ways. And then over here you have, so I'm gonna have to hop over here since I'm right-handed here, but you have right here, confidence, and then right here, you have a dividing line, and on the other side of that line is cocky. Or in other words, all this right here is your ego. Now, I make this differentiator because you do need to have an ego as a trader, in the sense of, hey, I'm confident in myself. Hey, I'm confident in my strategy. Hey, I'm confident in my ability to recognize high probability setups, and I'm confident in my ability to not only take those setups, but then manage the trade. So you do need ego in that sense, which I would put down here in the confidence part. You've got to have confidence as a trader. However, this is how the trading success kind of curve works. Again, in my mind, and the problem point is, of course, right here. When confidence, which as you can see, it'll take a while to build up confidence, right? It's not like you're going to make one great trade and think, oh, I'm the greatest thing ever. But confidence does take a while to build up. But there does reach a point where, for me and for many others, it all of a sudden will cross over into this world of being cocky, of being arrogant. I'm good. I'm good. And you just, now are you going to sit there and be like, okay, I'm now in the cocky phase. I'm now in the arrogant phase. No, of course not. You're not going to admit that to yourself, but you do need to be aware that there is this line out there, the yellow line. I don't know. Am I confident right now, or am I cocky? Am I very arrogant? And as traders, if this exists, you got to be careful, because this area up here, as soon as you get up around here, this can lead to a whole lot of pain. This can lead to just taking a sledgehammer to the face. I mean, if you've traded for an extended period of time, I'm sure you've been there, right? Where your things are going so well, and then seemingly just like that, wait, what just happened? I mean, like I said, I've been there many times. And that's because you're just getting too cocky. You're getting too arrogant about your results and your success. Again, this could come from a winning streak. In this case, it came from that big winning trade. So what I've learned, and the tip here that I want to share with you is, so because of this, you always have to be aware of this question right here. I don't know. Am I now entering into that phase? Has that happened? Have I crossed? Because like I said earlier, you're not going to know for sure. It's not like the cocky voice is going to show up and be like, hey, Clay, you're now in the cocky phase. You've now crossed the yellow line. You are arrogant. You think no, it's not going to show up. Now, of course, I was very confident going in the next day, and rightfully so. I just crushed it. Great trade. Just like if you're on a winning streak, you have a great trade. You should be confident. Well done. But I don't know. Are you now way too cocky? So because of this unknown, which is hard to see, or at least for me, it's hard to see. And here's I think the best part about this is it's so easy. This tip here does not require anything tricky. It's something as simple as this. Reduce size. Meaning reduce your position size. So if you're trading options, and I'm totally making this up, if you're usually doing 5 contracts, I don't know, go down to 3, go down to 2. For me, if I'm doing shares, instead of doing 500, 1,000, just do a few hundred. That way, if you are cocky and you go out there and kind of act reckless, you start shooting from the hip, you start doing a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't normally do, but you're doing it because you just feel so good about yourself. Well, yeah, you're going to take losses, but at least those losses aren't as big. Now, the downside, of course, is if you are right, if you are still operating at maximum capacity, well then yeah, your wins just won't be as big. But I mean, who cares if they're not as big? They're still wins, you're still making more money. It's much more important to protect the downside. And in the event you have crossed that line, well, at least you kind of get woken up. Oh, yep, I've definitely crossed the line. And oh, at least it's cost me some money, but not nearly as much money had you crossed this line. And then what have you been here? I've been here. What do a lot of people do at this phase? They're not reducing size, they're increasing size. Let's go bigger. I got it figured out. It is time. So in the options example, instead of 5 contracts, let's go to 10 contracts. Instead of 1,000 shares, that's child's play. Let's go to 3,000 shares. I'm on a winning streak. I just crushed it. Let's go. Let's increase. No, don't do that. I understand why you would want to do that. It is a rational thing to do from a logical standpoint. Hey, I've just had success. Why not make this more success by increasing position size? Because if you're up here and you start increasing position size, again, I'm not sitting here preaching. I'm sitting here talking from a personal experience. That can create a bunch of pain. Now, if you are somebody that's like, no, Clay, I don't have to worry about my ego. I don't have to worry about, I'm always an even keel. I know for sure it's not going to spin out of control. Then I'm jealous of you. I wish I had that sort of mental control. But for me, I know that when the wins start coming in or the size, I can start to get into the, I'm good. Let's go. Let's reduce. That's for losers. Winners, increase size. Okay, like I said, if you don't have to worry about it, that's fine. But that's the battle that I suffer from. So like I said, for me, what I've learned to do is just reduce size. And I'll also put another link down below. And you can see exactly how this played out in the following day. So the first video that I linked you to showed where I made that $2,500. But then if you want to go and watch the exact day after, you can go and see how I managed that day. And that's a little bit of a spoiler alert. You'll notice that I do reduce size, and I'll just leave it at that. So that way I'm not just sitting here preaching in theory. I do want to bring in some real life results. And like I said, if you want to watch those trade videos, again, for the right sequence, watch the $2,500 gain first, and then watch the second video, which shows the day after. And you'll see, kind of how I manage all this. So just be very careful that trading ego can be a very real thing. It can be a very sneaky thing. And if you're suspicious that you might be suffering from it, that it might creep into your story, into your situation, then hey, just reduce size. There's no harm in that. Worst case scenario, I didn't make as much money as I thought I could have done. Best case scenario, okay, you take a little slap on the cheek. But the thing you got to remember is, well, you just got done punching the market. So if you're punching the market and then the market's slapping you back, that is you can build upon that over time. But if you're punching the market and then the market's hitting you over the face with a sledgehammer because you maybe decide to increase size, well, that's where a lot of headaches are going to show up. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully, you can at least consider this as a trader. Like I said, and I realize I'm repeating myself, but I don't want to come across like, hey, I have it all figured out. This pertains to everybody out there, because I don't know that for sure. But I know it pertains to me. I know it pertains to several other people that I've come across over the years. So I want to share it with you and just make you aware of it. And then, of course, not only just give you the problem, but also give you a potential solution so that you don't go through the heartaches that I went through. So hopefully, this can open your eyes a little bit. And again, if you enjoyed the video and you want to just see more videos like this, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. And then again, if you like the t-shirt, if you want to get some merchandise yourself, go to claytrader.com/gear. And we have various sizes there. So check out what we have. And hopefully I'll be shipping you something. But get out there, be aware of the trading ego, and protect yourself against it. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.